We signed him at 17 years of age. We sit here very proud of him at 23 as #1 in the world now with the WBO, chasing the big fights at 168. And like every progression to greatness, you have to come through tough fights and steps along the way. This Saturday, it's Sulecki, a guy who we know so well, a guy that's been in so many tough fights over the years, a guy that has fire in his heart and desire to land a shot at the world title himself. Only 2 defeats, coming of course to Demetrius Andrade and Danny Jacobs, both on points, both in good fights. A big step up for Diego Pacheco. And firstly, we're going to hear from the trainers ahead of this crunch fight on Saturday night. Sosa, let's start with you. Welcome, always a pleasure to see you. Of course, Pacheco, now based there in New York as well, putting the work in, ready for a big shot on Saturday night and speaking very confidently in the build-up to this fight.
Yes, it's been a great training camp. But first of all, I would like to thank Matchroom, Eddie Hearns, Team Pacheco for giving us an opportunity. Yeah, it's been a great camp. We feel very confident. We know Diego for a very long time, great guy. Coach Benavidez, great people. Nothing bad to say about them. They're great coaches, great fighters, and we're here for a great fight. I know Pacheco is always ready and all that, so the people are definitely gonna see a great fight August 31st. And war you're gonna see, war you're gonna get.
Sulecki came over, and the first time he was in a big fight was against Danny Jacobs. You remember that fight, of course. Gave a great showing in that fight, again against Demetrius Andrade, but coming off 4 wins as well. Looked in tremendous shape up at super middleweight. Going to give Diego all he can handle on Saturday night.
We believe so. I mean, like I said, Diego's very talented, young, strong, tall, fast, great boxing IQ, but Sulecki has the boxing IQ also. He's been through wars, tough wars that he survived, 12 rounds, gave great fights, and I believe this is going to be Diego's biggest test.
Thank you, Sosa. Jose, welcome. The progression has been tremendous with Diego as well, and now it starts to get really serious. People talking about world title opportunities in 2025. Not looking at those right now, but looking at a very tough man and a tough test for Diego on Saturday night.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank all the media, all the people that are here. You're going to see a different Diego Pacheco this time. He had a great camp, but I think the biggest thing is the motivation of his daughter, his family that he has now. We have a great opponent in front of him, a guy that he needs in order for us to go to the next level. I think he's ready. He's ready to fight for a world title, and this is a big test, a good fighter. It's not an easy fight, but we gotta look impressive in order to go to the next level. I want to thank Matchroom, you, Eddie, and DeShawn for this opportunity. He's ready to show the world that we have the best 168 right now.
When you talk about the recent progression, of course, Caceres was a great fight for him. Come through a little bit of adversity in that fight, a couple of tough rounds, but a great knockout. McCallum was different, really tricky and awkward, to come through that fight. But is that what you're looking for on Saturday night, a standout performance to announce him to the world?
That's what we're looking for. He has to look impressive in order to go to the next level. I know that he's going to be a world champion. I believe that he is going to be a world champion. He's ready for those opportunities. But like I said, this Saturday, don't miss it. He has a big test in front of him, and he's ready. He's ready to take care of business.
Thank you, Jose. Pacheco, welcome. It's good to see you again. When we looked at opponents for Diego Pacheco, the guys would send them through, and your name would just stand out to me and say, that's the guy. That's the guy that we know will bring war. That's the guy that we know has a big set of cojones. That's the real test. You believe this is a test too soon for the man to my right. I heard what you said yesterday. You're looking tremendous shape, ready for a great fight on Saturday.
Jak szukaliśmy rywala dla Pacheco, twoje nazwisko odstawało od wszystkich. Wiedzieliśmy, że przyjdziesz walczyć, przyjdziesz na wojnę i że masz wielkie jaja. A czy myślisz, że ten test jest za wcześnie dla Pacheco?
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I wanna first thank you very much. Matchroom Boxing, thank you Eddie, DAZN, thank you Team Pacheco that you give me chance. Thank you my team, Kownacki management, Sosa Crew for life for great boxing camp again. You are the best. Thank you very much. So I know that I will be the best test for Pacheco. He's young, tall, he's prospect, but now this is not his time. He has time be world champion. Maybe he will be born world champion in the future. He has a talent. But I know that is my time now. I'm ready for him. I hope that he's ready for me. I know this will be great fight.
He hasn't yet been taken to the trenches of war. Saturday you're at the war grounds. Is that the intention from Pacheco Sulecki? I know you can box smart as well, but you've got to test this guy and test his will as well.
On jeszcze nie był w głębokich wodach. Czy taki masz plan? Chcesz go wziąć na głębokie wody i go naprawdę przetestować?
Yes. Wezmę go na głębokie wody. Będę go najpoważniejszym sprawdzianem. Jestem tu, żeby wygrać. Jestem tu, żeby pokazać swoje najlepsze warstwy siebie. Wiem, że długo mnie nie było w dużym boksie. I Diego Pacheco pozwoli mi znowu stanąć do walki o tytuł mistrza świata.
I know I haven't been in big boxing in a while, but I'm going to take him into the deep waters and drown him. I don't think he's ready.
Thank you, Pacheco. Diego, music to your ears. I guess that's what you want, right? You want someone to take you to the trenches. Caceres didn't do it, McCallum couldn't do it, these other people didn't do it, but this is a step up. This is a world-class operator and a real tough test for you on Saturday.
Yes, first and foremost, thank you to everybody who's here supporting this event, the media, the fans, my family, my friends. Thank you to Matchroom, DAZN, everyone who made this possible. And now we're here. I had a tremendous training camp. From my debut, 17 years old, to now 23, I feel like I progressed a lot, and I'm just super happy with where I'm at right now. Super happy with how my training camp went, and just excited for this fight Saturday. Sulecki is a tough guy, and I'm looking forward to a war come Saturday.
I guess we've been chipping away, we've been building away, and in the process, you've been continuously moving up the rankings, sitting at number 1 now with the WBO. There is a lot of people saying that 2025 you will be ordered to fight for that world championship. How far away do you feel like you are for those fights? But this is the kind of fight that's going to really show exactly where you and Jose are at in terms of those big fights at 168.
Yes, for sure, man. Of course, I'm young in the sport. I'm only 23 years old. But if it were up to me, man, I feel like I'm ready for anybody in the division. Right now I'm facing Sulecki, so that of course is my main focus. That's what I'm locked in on. And I feel great, man. I feel confident about my fight Saturday, and just looking forward to putting on another great performance. And being in tough fights is what I dreamed of my whole life. That's what I work hard for. That's what I'm in this sport for. And hopefully Saturday night it'll be a good fight, and the fans will all enjoy it.
And finally, as the progression continues, so too does the headlining and the arenas. Last time out, the YouTube Theatre was amazing. This Saturday we've got a real special place. Los Angeles, the war grounds, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. Your whole city coming out for you. This is what you always dreamed of.
Definitely, man. As a little kid, I've been here so many times to support events, boxing events as a fan. And now for me to be here headlining is a dream come true for me. And I'm excited, man. LA is going to come out and show support. And just ready to put on a great show. And, hopefully everyone enjoys it.
Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Pacheco. 2 great 168-pounders. In our opinion, this man could be the future of the division, but a very tough test against Sulecki on Saturday night, headlining a tremendous card at the War Grounds. Of course, the action is coming thick and fast on the home of boxing, DAZN around the world, but don't miss this Saturday in Los Angeles. We've got a great show for you as we build into an unrivaled schedule to close out the year. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you for a great show on Saturday. Thank you.
So we will get a final stare down here as we wrap up the proceedings from our press conference. Tomorrow, the weigh-in live here from Dignity Health Sports Park. And then Saturday night, it will happen. And you're looking at our main event right now. Diego Pacheco, unbeaten, ranked number 1 in the world by 2 different organizations, taking on Pacheco Sulecki. Only 2 losses in his career. He's never been stopped. He says Diego might be the future, but I'm the present. He's not good enough yet to use me. USA versus Poland. Diego Pacheco coming off a win 4 months ago with the decision that broke a 9-fight knockout streak for him. He promises to get back on the KO train Saturday night, but it will not be easy against one of the toughest fighters he will ever step in.